But I wanted to show you, I've got the other truck hooked up to the camper, and the camper I've got to do some power washing. I've got to clean it all out inside and stuff like that. This one I'm taking to the Tenkiller YouTube Meetup, and this was the one that was down at deer camp and everything. And yep, just going to fix it all up, get it all cleaned up and everything, kind of do a little work on it, and get it ready to go down there so we can stay in it down at Tenkiller for a few days. And if everything works right, we might even take it to Jan's meetup a couple of weeks later. All right, the task at hand right now is I'm going to start washing on this camper a little bit. So I've got the power washer right here. It hasn't been started in a year. So let's see how hard it is to start this power washer. Started. Guys, it's time for me to go up that ladder and check out the air conditioner on this thing. I gotta see how bad it's plugged up with wasp nests and things like that. So I'm gonna go up on top and check that out. when I'm on the roof of this camper, because I know how many leaks it's had in the past in the roof. And I know that that's got to be weakening it. And I'm a pretty good sized guy. So I'm on the roof again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to patch this hole right here. And it's a rubber fabric is what it is. It's really hard to patch because this thing, it moves. And since it moves, and when you're driving down the road, you know, I had it patched, and I'm sure that this blew off whenever I was driving it back from, whenever I pulled it back from the deer lease. I'm sure that's when this all came off. So, what I'm using is going to be, this time on it, is a product called Alien Shield. Alright, so got an old cloth up here, and I apologize for my shadow being all over it, but I can't help it with the way the sun is right now. Alright, so the next wood over is here, and then there's this, and this has got about half rotted through right there, and it's really thin. I mean, these strips of wood up here can't be more than 1 inch across. So anyway, since this flexes around and moves around, it's really hard to keep anything on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this Alien Shield. Now, I patched a hole up front with it, and it seems to, oh, in the back with it, I'm sorry, and it seems to have held. So this is a really thick membrane right here, pretty thick. So I'm going to place this over it. If I can get it to go. Now, this stuff right here touts itself as being able to, you're able to actually put it on a water pipe while it's actively leaking and fix it. That's what it touts itself as. Now, I don't know that for a fact. I do know it has worked good on the other hole that's in the roof up here, but I don't think I had a mouse chewing its way out every time I turned around on the other one either. So this stuff is really sticky, so I'm going to put it on there pretty liberally. Only good time to use that word. Let's see here. Glad I brought some scissors up here with me. Alright. Now, I've got that on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this, which is Gorilla Tape. And I'm going to take this Gorilla Tape and I'm going to go all the way around the edges with it. This is Flex Seal spray, and I'm going to try to spray this. Hopefully this stuff's still good. It's been in the camper for a year now. Oh, let's see how this works. So what that does is it creates a barrier around the outside edge. So I'm getting that all over my camera probably. Move that back a little bit. Alright, I'm going to call that fixed. And as you probably heard in the past somewhere, but wait, there's more. Well, here's another bad spot. Now this is right over the shower. So kind of whenever it rains in the shower, but it also gets up in the roof paneling. So what I'm going to try to fix this. So I've got some of this shield stuff left, alien shield. Actually, I've got some old right here. I'll use all of that, and then the other patch. So I've got this. So I'll use everything I got, which is just right, I think right about here. That's every bit of that. Okay. I mean, which is pretty impressive. Let's stick to stuff that this is this dirty, because this thing is dirty. All right. I think I patched it again. Okay, folks, I've got all of the top work done. It's time to hook some water to this thing and see if it works. All right, this is the city water connection. See if I can get this loose here. All right. So let me turn this on and we will see if it leaks. All right, I've actually got the water on. I don't hear anything leaking, and it's not leaking, blowing out right here. So I had to change hats and everything because it was getting hot. I'm working out here, and that felt hat gets hot. So got all the stuff done up on top. Let's go in here. All right. So I took out the stuff underneath, and what I've got to do is I've got to check and see if this works. Oh, look at there. All right. That's the first time that faucet's run water in forever. You can see the paint coming out of it from where we had it winterized. So it's just pushing all the stuff out. The next thing is, hopefully we're not leaking down here and I don't see anything. All right, let's go in here, turn this one on. All right, that one's working. All right, blowing all the air out. Now this is something I wanted to test too. I know this is dirty, but oh wow. But this one right here hasn't been on, like I said, in years, and I've got to wash this all out. Mostly that's wasp and things down there. But what it's doing right now is it's blowing all the antifreeze out. That's why it's paint down there. So this thing had antifreeze all through the lines. We've got this water has kind of got to a point where it's, yeah, all right. And you can really smell that. You can really smell that stuff. So that's kind of cleared out. Now blowing it out the hot side. Alright. Alright, guys. Like I said, folks, this thing has been years and years and years, and I'm getting it cleaned up so we can go to the YouTube meetup. So the next time you see it, I'll have it all cleaned up. Be all cleaned up in here and ready to go. So, all right, guys, here we are. So I have finished what I can do before the Tenkiller YouTube meetup on the camper. So what I have done is I've power washed the entire thing. I've hooked the water up to it. I have checked all the water. I have, you know, it's all, the windows are all open and it's airing out. The decals, you know, that's just decals over time. I think that's a 2008 model, I think. But, you know, I wish they'd have never even put them on there myself. Anyway, here it is. Tire's all in good shape. Got it all washed up. Got it all cleaned up inside. So, this is inside the camper. And as I've mentioned before, we replaced that slide out there. And that slide out, whenever it was, you know, it leaked. I mean, it didn't matter if it was in or out, it leaked. And had to replace the flooring. This table right here is the original table that was in the camper, and we just turned it the other way so that, you know, you still have plenty of room to walk in and out of this thing. So anyway, all of this works. The stove, the oven, the microwave, the refrigerator, the freezer, all works. All of this works. The toilet works. Shower, all works. This is our bedroom. Bedroom is all cleaned up. Everything is all good to go. So, yeah, we're about ready for Tenkiller. So, yeah, and one of the things I wanted to say is this camper, it has so much storage in it, and storage is premium to us, and there's so much of it, cabinets and cabinets and cabinets and cabinets and, you know, just everything everywhere. But it's been a good little camper. We've had it a few years. So anyway, if you like this type of video of me getting the camper all ready for the Tenkiller YouTube meetup, and you know, getting it all down here, getting it up here from deer camp, doing all the work to it, getting it prepared, getting it cleaned up, and getting it ready to pull, then like, comment, subscribe, and I'll continue to bring more content in the future as available. And as always, everybody, God bless. And they are heavy.